Hey everyone, what's up? Robbie here with Open World Games, and I know you guys are insanely hyped for Beyond Good and Evil 2. This is one of Ubisoft's biggest undertakings yet, for sure. As you can see, it looks absolutely stunning. And, the developers recently spoke about some really cool stuff. They also went out on their blog and indicated where they're headed with the environments and stuff like that. And also, we're going to be getting a look at some of that ship customization, which let me show you some of it right here. Look at that. So yes, there's going to be a wide variety of ships in this game. You can expect all sorts of sizes of ships as well. But let's dive back into this right now. So yeah, the theme of Beyond Good and Evil 2 will of course be about none other than space pirates. So think Sea of Thieves, but in space. Instead of the ocean being the ocean is space itself. You'll be traveling from planet to planet and basically venturing everywhere. Now, they did say that there are different aspects to this, including, and this is really cool, you're going to be experiencing space boarding as a gameplay feature. So I am super hyped for that one for sure. The ability to board another ship. I'm curious to see how this mechanic is going to work in space compared to what Sea of Thieves is doing. Sea of Thieves is doing, of course, where you board a pirate ship on the ocean, but how exactly can you guys imagine boarding a ship in space? I guess you can perhaps take one of your smaller vessels and board in that way. Remember, this game is going to have co-op in it as well as a single-player experience too. And there's going to be a wide variety of characters. Many of them are going to be known as what is called hybrids, as we're seeing some of them here, hybrid slaves, and they're going to be driving the economic system in many ways. So that's going to be an interesting one to discover for sure, where your hybrid slave or, you're going to fit into this economy. Now, also, they did speak to, the pirate theme in terms of actually going out and finding treasure in the open space. So that's something you're going to be doing alone and, of course, with friends, which again is another theme that you can tackle in Sea of Thieves, is going out and finding those treasures. It's one of the funnest things, is finding the best loot. And here's to hoping that they actually manage to get a lot of this loot geared towards weapons. And, of course, your ship, of course. We see this huge frigate that he is flying around here. So, yeah, you can see how big these ships can really be. Look at this thing. This thing is absolutely a mammoth beast. I can't freaking wait. And a lot of the statues, as you can see, kind of mirror the hybrid slaves, which is interesting to see. So there's different species, of course, in the game. So I'm curious to see what type of basically undertones in terms of religion and society we will be seeing in the game. And mentioning society, let's go over to some of the images that were shared recently. So if you have not seen this image, this is kind of the tone that they're going for with some of the planets in the game. Of course, there's going to be multiple planets in this game. They want you to drop right in and explore to your heart's content. And the underworld is a very big theme in Beyond Good and Evil 2. So you're going to be dealing with a wide variety of hybrid slaves. Of course, there's some slaves that are, considered pets. So they kind of live a more normal life compared to the poor other slaves, which are mistreated. And then you have to consider saving these slaves because some of them might be involved in fight clubs. There's even like prostitution involved. But oh yeah, take a look at this. This is some of the concept art for some of the bigger ships in the game. I cannot wait to see some of these larger frigates. And they're really studying some of the actual pirate vessels from way back in the day and trying to really incorporate it into the style that we see here in space. And this is definitely in atmosphere. So it looks like you could take your big vessel down, of course, in atmosphere. But yeah, that pirate theme seems to be very aggressive in this game. It's going to carry over big time. And I'm expecting to see a lot of customization because this is going to be a big co-op game. As I recall, they are trying for up to 16 players in one session, in one space area. So that's something that they're going for. They have not confirmed the final numbers for that. I would be fine with, 4 players, of course, but anything would do just to be able to explore with your buddies around the universe. But yeah, what we are seeing here is those hybrids going at it. And this is not the life that they want to lead, of course, but somehow this is going to be driving the economy. And I'm curious to see also if gambling is going to be playing a big part in the economy, how much you can possibly gamble and stuff like that. But, to that blog post, they recently posted out there a poll about the environments that we would like to explore. And they asked about cities and temples and other planets, and they noticed that we really do want to go to cities and temples. So they're really in tune to what their audience really wants, and they're really kind of trying to get our opinions before they really further develop the game. They call the game right now in the conceptual stages, and they've never really at Ubisoft shown a game off this early. So that kind of indicates that the release date could be way out there, of course. So that's kind of the bummer. But the good news is we should expect to see more from Beyond Good and Evil 2 at E3 2018 in June. So that's going to be exciting, and I cannot freaking wait to see how far they progressed since the last time they showed it to us. Now, they did talk about cityscapes in one of the blogs. They go on to say, stuff like this. They say this, expect fugitive slaves, pirate crews, traders, charlatans, criminals will be flocking to the city's dark underbelly in hopes of making a living or their fortune. So it sounds like that aspect is going to be a big part of really risking exploring this world. So yeah, the world may look beautiful on the exterior, from the surface, from even, just looking down on the planet. But the closer you get, you find these poor hybrid slaves. It's very kind of, in a way, although it's Fifth Element askew in a way, in my opinion, it kind of has this realistic undertone to it as well, where there's the beauty and the grotesque stuff going on. And you have to really learn to deal with both aspects in this open, I would call it not an open world game. It's more of an open galaxy game for sure, and I am definitely intrigued. Look at the artwork here. So these are some of the creatures that you are expected to run into. Definitely unique style here to the game for sure. And then, of course, you can have your little pet buddy if you want to. I'm curious to see if you can command him around or actually control him, or if you can actually take him online in co-op and, you and your buddies have your own pets roaming around. Now, that would be very cool. Of course, this theme is very popular in one current co-op game. That's Monster Hunter World. So honestly, I expect that to actually carry over into this game. That Monster Hunter World has just sold like hotcakes. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering about that ship customization, I did want to actually go to that and show you a little bit more of that. Here is some of the ships that we can expect in the game. We've got the small fighter. You can see the wide variety of types that we can expect to mess around with. Of course, you have the big frigates, the mothership, where your small ship can actually enter and exit. And there was artwork. I wish I had it for you guys, but there was artwork where they did show an interior of a ship. So it's going to be interesting to see some of these interiors and roaming around, definitely. But yeah, character customization, all that good stuff is going to be very important to the game, and basically feeling like you're your own pirate and that you really are someone that's different compared to the other player that is in your world. Or your friends go like, how did you do that with your character? That's going to be the idea behind a game like Beyond Good and Evil 2. But yeah, there it is, guys. The latest happenings around Beyond Good and Evil 2. Expect new gameplay to drop, or a new trailer, or some sort of demonstration to drop, of course, during E3 2018, June 2018. I'm so hyped for that. I will have that right here when it does drop. Hopefully they keep up with the blogs and the shorter videos. I have been enjoying those. But guys, as always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Beyond Good and Evil 2. It has no firm release date right now, but it looks like the wait could really be worth it. Ubisoft, they have some excellent titles out right now. A lot of people are really enjoying Rainbow Six Siege, what they're doing with that. And then you got to look to Assassin's Creed Origins. They've really nailed down that franchise. They've done a really good job with a lot of the post-launch content and adjusting according to fan feedback as well. But guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.